Let's go.
Okay, so I'm back. So this video is going to be an update on my breast augmentation and lift. I am 4 months, I believe, post, and it's about that time. This is going to be very short and brief because I'd like to see videos like this be short and brief. We're only talking about tatas. That's about it. So I'm going to tell you about pros and cons, just a few. There's not a whole lot of cons, just a few. And then there's a whole lot of pros. So as y'all remember, straight off the table, my boobs were all the way up to here on my neck bone, and they were just looking very, very, very full, voluptuous, and they were painful. And they finally dropped. They dropped so much that it looks natural. It looks a lot more natural, but let me tell you the con of what happens when it drops, okay? Sometimes one drops a little bit lower than the other, and then it looks asymmetric. It don't look even as it's supposed to and used to. So one dropped a little bit lower, and I think it was my right boob dropped lower than my left, and my left was sitting there as a sister, just perked up, while the left was just down there. So now the right, while the right was just down there, and the left is slowly but surely dropping at the same, the same height and level as the right boob. And I didn't like that because I thought there was something wrong, and I still think it's something wrong because I didn't think that your boobs after having a lift and a implant, because I think I have 350 cc's, something like that. I didn't think that they would drop, but due to gravity and them being heavier, you gotta think about that. And not only that, if you gain weight, which I have been on and off, your boobs are going to change with your body, so it's normal. So they're not as perky as they were off the table, but they're still perky in a natural sense. And I think I will choose that over seeing, adult film stars, or celebrities that we know whose boobs look spaced out and fake. That's another thing. They're not spaced out, okay? And if they are, it's without the bra on. And it's a natural, not spaced out. It's not one of those wide gaps you see. Like, I got on a sports bra right now because I feel like after surgeries, I wouldn't do wire bras, and there's a reason why they tell you that, because it can mess up the whole flow of how your boobs are gonna turn out. So I would definitely listen to your doctor. See, I wasn't listening because I had business to take care of. I'm with 2 lingerie companies where I have to do like shoots in lingerie and bras with wires, but I make sure as soon as I'm done, I take them suckers off and put the sports bra back on. I would recommend y'all wearing sports bras at least for 6 months. At least 6 months. I'm only 4 months in, and I'm still rocking the sports bra because I want to get my money's worth. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get surgery and automatically, baby, them things start sagging. And these are, I'm a double D. These are now double Ds. So they match my body, but these are double Ds. And this is the last thing you want to be doing, getting your boobs done and not listening to your doctor and be walking around here with saggy titties. Nobody wants that. You should not want that. I definitely don't want that. So what I've been doing is a lot of exercises too, because I know during the third month you can start doing exercise. So I have started doing like hand exercises to make sure that my boobs are still on one accord and not slipping and dripping, past the other. So I do that, and I'm trying to make sure I get my weight under control. But anybody that knows me, ooh, hold on, y'all. Anybody that knows me knows my weight goes up and down, up and down. Like, one minute I'll be big booty Judy with hips, and the next minute I'll be a stick. It goes up and down. Well, I'm not no stick because I'm still a curvaceous sister, all right? I ain't never been skinny, except for my pregnancy with my firstborn. But I ain't ever really just been skinny. I always had curves. So that's kind of how it's going now. My weight is going up and down. So one thing I will tell you, I did get my implants behind the tissue, so that in the future if I wanted to breastfeed, I can. So I would recommend a lot of women getting it behind the tissue. But one thing about getting it behind the tissue, it takes longer to heal. They aren't lying about that. My incisions and my cuts you can see them, and I don't like that. I really don't like that. So what I'm trying to do is fade creams and, you know, cocoa butter to put on my boobs, because those incisions, when you do the breast lift, and this for the women that do a breast reduction, you do that breast lift and reduction, and baby, the incision that's shaped like a upside down T, you're going to see it over time. You're going to see it, and you got to think about it. I have big implants in, so the heavier the implants, the more that the tissue is going to kind of spread from that incision, and it's going to be noticeable. So I do want y'all to take that in consideration too. Don't think that you're going to have these invisible incisions, because that's, especially if you're a brown skinned girl like me, you're black, it ain't gonna happen. It's going to be a dark incision, it is, and a light marking around it. There's no way around it. I've seen a couple of other girls who got the same thing as mine, whether they had implants or reduction, no implants, look the same. So I'm just learning to live with it. I can't see it in my bikinis, of course, because it covers here and the T mark is covered. But when I take my clothes off, of course I can see it, but it's no big deal to me. So if it is a big deal to you, I wouldn't recommend either going this route. If you're trying to do the breast lift and the implant, you're gonna have an incision one way or another that's gonna be there. That scar tissue is going to be there. Just make sure you don't turn into no keloid, because yes, they can turn into keloids. So make sure you're massaging your boobs almost every other day. If you can't do every day, massage. Baby, I massaged a couple of them out that was trying to grow. Ooh, no, tissue like override. Baby, I massaged them jokers right out, and you can't even tell. Can't feel it or nothing. So I would recommend just following your doctor's orders, and make sure you really want to go this route when it comes to the incision. That's the con. The con is the incision, and then the drop if you get heavier titties. I'm saying, okay, heavier boobs. The drop, you got to be real with yourself. Be realistic with yourself. That's going to happen. Another thing is, I had a friend on Facebook say that she just didn't want the gap between her boobs. One thing I'm gonna tell y'all, if you want to get a the breast implants and you don't have any boobs, like you itty committee, you're going to have that huge gap, because there's not enough tissue to support to give you that, you know, close look like mine. You're gonna have that gap because you don't have breasts. You don't. So that's going to give you breasts, but it's still going to have that gap. I mean, I'm sorry. That's just kind of the truth. Whereas me, I had that gap, that little center gap, for maybe about 2 months, and then baby, the sports bra was bringing the jokers together, and I was so happy, okay, because it looks natural. As you can see, looks very natural. My little waist, it looks very natural. So to the ladies that don't have boobs and, you know, just pure chest, it's kind of not going to look natural unless you get cups, CCs, the same size as your boobs, and not go bigger, any bigger than that. That's the only way it's gonna look natural, semi-natural. But I just wanted to share that little tidbit. And yeah, this is just kind of the end of that. This is how the girls are looking. I am 100% satisfied with my process. I do still have a lot of tenderness around my boobs, my areolas. People ask about sensitivity. Only one is coming back. The other is slowly taking its time, but I'm okay with that, because they say it takes about a year before you can get full sensation back in the nipples. So I can wait, but I'm getting sensation back in here, so I can tell, because the nipples do get hard. That's how you know. And I do have a little feeling here. So one thing about that is the tissue, is you can tell is setting in, but I can now lay on my side. I've been laying on my side for months. I know that ain't good. That's another reason why y'all need to listen to y'all doctors. Y'all can't lay on your side like until like 3 months in. Baby, I was doing it way before then, because I'm a side sleeper. Okay, so it's kind of hard to listen when you wake up and you're on your side. So I can now sleep on my side. As you can see, I still have that roundness. They're soft. They're not firm. I think I love that. They're soft. They're not firm like I thought they would be. Like, I thought they would be rocks. No, they're firm. They're like natural. They're just natural. They're giving off natural vibes. You can't even tell that I had my boobs done, and I think I love that about this. If you were to go the route, and I love my doctor, but I am going to talk to him about a couple of other things, you know, that I have concerns with, but think not too much that I have to share them, you know what I'm saying? So if you're going to go this route, just make sure you do your research, you have the best doctor, the best care, and you are listening to your doctor, okay? So it's been fun, it's been real. This comes to the end of this video. I shall catch y'all in the next one. Bye.